Hey gang, welcome back to the channel. First thing to note before we jump into the video, yes, I am very sick. I will do my best to tone down the sexiness of this voice here, but I make no promises. But today we are talking about my most favorite decks to play, my most favorite archetype in the game. And if you've been around the channel, it should come as no surprise. It is Destroy. Now, the list we're going to talk about today is the exact same list I showcased about 2 months ago. I actually played it to infinite with an 85% win rate. I will link that video down in the description as well as at the end of the video. But this deck remains completely unchanged from there, and it has still been performing. I've been playing exclusively for about the last week. It's been really killing it in Conquest as well as on the ladder. So one thing I always get asked when I showcase this list is, where is Death? Now, at the time of me putting this list together several months ago, it was at the height of Mobius's power, so we were not seeing a whole lot of value out of Death. In fact, we weren't even getting to play her most games because she was stuck at that 8 power. Now that his power has been reined in a little bit, we're not seeing him all over the place. Death is definitely a fine choice. You could put her back in for Arnim Zola, but I just found myself not missing her even after the changes to Mobius. Most of the power that I put out with this list comes from having a massive Deadpool and then copying that power with Taskmaster, or putting out a null early and then doubling it with an Arnim Zola. But you could definitely take her back in for that Arnim Zola slot if you do not want to be at a disadvantage when you come into the mirror match. That's perfectly fine. Now, I do not want to just gloss over the fact that yes, if you run this list without Death, when you come into the mirror match against Destroy, you are at a huge disadvantage. I mean, you're basically giving them a free 0 cost 12 power to play on the board. So if you don't want to take that risk, yes, go ahead and slot her back in for Arnim Zola. And while we're on the topic of substitutions, I know that there's quite a few people that do not have Nico. If you do not have her, you can definitely run Wolverine and it'll be just fine. She is not a make or break to the deck, but she is a very good addition. Some of the spells that she gives you are just insane, and so when it does pop off, you'll be glad to have her. But if you don't fret. Like I said, just throw in a Wolverine, or if you are wanting to keep Arnim Zola in the list, this is where you could take Death back in. And when it comes to Destroy, all the decks are going to be within maybe 2 to 3 cards from each other. This is just the version that I have found that has given me the most power and the most play lines to get out of some rather sticky situations, especially when you have a location you can't get into. That Arnim Zola definitely helps, and so this is the list that has done the best for me, and I do like. But again, almost every Destroy list is going to look about the same. So one of the strongest play lines with this list is definitely playing out a Forge on turn 1 into Deadpool. He will then be 3 power. You play that Deadpool into its own lane so that you guarantee on turn 3 that Hulkbuster hits the Deadpool and not something else, becoming that 8 power. On turn 4, you blow him up, he returns to your hand at 16 power. Again on 5, you blow him up, he becomes 32. And then on that final turn with 2 cards, you are able to slam out 64 power worth of points by playing a 32 Deadpool copied by a 32 Taskmaster. It's just really hard to compete with that. Even Blob's not really getting that big usually. So obviously a very strong play if not left in check. Now, if you've been around YouTube and other social media platforms for the last week, you've been probably seeing a lot of Destroy being pushed, and that's mainly because we get these little pocket windows where Destroy is really good to be played. A lot of the meta decks aren't playing the cards that counter you, and you might be saying, well, why don't we just play Destroy all the time if it's so good? And it's because it's probably the one deck that is the easiest countered deck in the game. It can be countered so hard. It does not take much to just completely disrupt your game plan. And so let's look at some of the cards that actually counter us. So as you can see, there is no shortage when it comes to counters to Destroy. There are a ton of cards in Marvel Snap that can really shut your game down and disrupt the power that you put on the board. The first one being probably the card I hate to see the most when I'm playing Destroy, and that is Shadow King. Your opponent just is able to sit back and let you build up all that power on the board with your huge Venom, with your huge Deadpool, with your huge Taskmaster, and he just gets to basically win a lane by resetting that power to nothing. If you play a Taskmaster into its own lane by itself and he hits you with the Shadow King, it's over. You have 0 power in that lane. Probably one of the second most hated cards is Armor. If you play a Deadpool and then an X-23 and they perfectly place that armor in that same lane, you're most likely not going to win that match or that round. There's just not a whole lot you can do. You're trying to snowball. That's where your power comes from, in being able to snowball and destroy cards, and Armor completely shuts that down. Same thing with Cosmo. It is a little bit harder with Cosmo because it is a turn 3 and they probably don't have priority playing out the Cosmo, but it can still get you. Now, I did put Black Widow in here just because it is so important for Destroy to draw the cards, and not only draw them, but draw them at a very specific time. Black Widow can really disrupt that by denying you a card draw. Killmonger. If your opponent's running Killmonger, all they have to do is hold it onto the final turn while not having priority, and that massive Deadpool is going back to your opponent's hand. Like, you're not getting it to stay on the board. They just completely wipe it away. Shang-Chi obviously destroying all of your cards that are above 10 power, destroying your Null, your Death, your Venom, whatever big cards you're playing. Enchantress to shut down your Null. Valkyrie, same thing like Shadow King, it's going to reset all the power you've built up to 3. Sandman, if you see that, is not something you see a whole lot right now, but if you're only playing 1 card a turn, can really shut you down. Doc Ock, yes. Pulling all your cards, especially in the order they get pulled. You might put a bunch of cards out, and then the last card it pulls is a Carnage, eating all your cards away. Just very, very disruptive against us. Eliath, a lot of the times we're trying not to have priority on turn 6 by blowing up our huge Deadpool on 5, and so our final turn 6 play is to play a Deadpool followed by Taskmaster, and we don't have priority usually when that happens, and Eliath will eat one of those cards, completely ruining our game plan. The other thing I put in here was Magneto, because if you put out a massive Venom, or even Arnim Zola your Venom to make 2 massive ones, Magneto will pull your Venoms into 1 lane, and now all your power is not spread out and it's in 1 lane. Now, I could talk about Destroy for days on end, but I'm sure my voice is not the most pleasant right now, so we're gonna go ahead and just jump into the gameplay matches. It is a conquest match. I just figured that was probably better than showing a high rolling ladder match where everything went in my favor, but you're gonna get to see the power of this destroy list when my opponent just leaves me to my own devices, when they don't have any counter cards or any tech against me. It's just so dang strong whenever you're left unchecked. So as always, gang, y'all be good, y'all be safe. I will catch y'all in the next video. Again, I apologize for the voice. I will see you in the next video. Like and subscribe. I'll see you around. Not Thanos. Whoa, I didn't do that. Oh yeah, and we're gonna snap this. I can destroy Deadpool on turn 2 into a Hulkbuster. You have to snap this. If you're playing Destroy, you're one of those easily countered decks. When you have the cards that make your deck as powerful as it is, you gotta snap. All right, obviously not playing into the miniaturized lab. Depending on what we draw here, we may not play the Hulkbuster and all that. We gotta see. Okay. So, oh my gosh. So I guess we're doing this, and this. We're keeping them from drawing. Next turn, we will blow it up. It's been a long time since I saw an Adam Warlock. Oh, we got a discard deck here. I think we have the advantage, definitely. Wouldn't you have wanted to play Meek over here so that maybe you... Oh. Well, this is just unfair. I'm going to let his Meek get as big as he wants to get. We're doing the Deathlock over the Killmonger because I need a way to blow him up again for sure next turn. Now, he will get a card draw here, but I'm not super worried about it. Now, if he has Gambit and Gambit just goes nuts, you know, he barely got the card draw at that. That's kind of crazy. I can play this next turn. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I could make a massive Deadpool, a 36 powered. I don't think we really have any bad play lines here. Yeah. That's not the right play. Right? Yeah, it's just too much power. Everybody's trying to get that infinity ticket with Meek. I mean, they don't have any I'm missing 3 cards, right? That they haven't played, but if they're not going to have any sort of tech cards against me, I would. That's fine. But if they don't have any tech cards against me, you know, what are they going to do? I'm just able to snowball them. Now, I'm not going to snap just yet. I was feeling like snapping in general, but because we have this, I can wait to hold that snap to the very end of the game and they can't leave. They're snapping. So, oh, I wish I would have played it over here. What's the power here? This would have been great because I could have got a massive Venom. I still can. Oh. No. We'll do this. They're in trouble. I'm not going to snap just yet. I probably should. Yeah, I think I am actually. Well, you see. Oh, but no, we're just gonna go ahead and snap. We're gonna assert our dominance in this matchup here. We're gonna go ahead and do it. Next turn, making a huge Venom in the middle off Nidavellir. Say goodbye to Meek. Unfortunately, not very good against decks running Killmonger. Oh my gosh, hold on. Close your eyes. Close your eyes, people. Oh, he stayed. He stayed. Oh no. Well, we're gonna have an awfully big Taskmaster and then 2 Deadpools for them to deal with. This is how dominating Destroy can be when your opponent just does not have any tech cards. And I think they know it's like a lost cause, so they're just playing it out, but Apocalypse. Victory. Yeah, pretty overwhelming. Destroy when it's left unchecked. When you don't have a Shadow King, or a Shang-Chi, things like that. Armor Cosmo. It's just like a snowball running downhill. It's a landslide. It's a landslide. And the thing about discard and destroys, they're both kind of doing the same thing. They're like, hey, let's see how many points I can put out on the board. I'm just gonna leave you alone. And you know, destroys the same thing. Hey, I'm not gonna interact with you in any sort of way. I have no tech cards other than like Killmonger, and I'm gonna see how many points I can put on the board. And so as long as you don't interact with me, destroy's usually gonna win that. Man, everyone's got this whatever enjoyer name now, and it's a Thanos list. Okay, I think I'm snapping here, and here's why. We got the Nico into Deadpool, and he doesn't know what we're playing yet, so maybe we'll be able to sneak some cubes. So let's just go ahead and let's just get the ball rolling. I mean, I know what he's playing. He's playing Thanos now. There's only like a couple of versions of that, but we got a good opener. We'll be able to blow up Deadpool at least twice. This is actually like really good start. Well, yeah, even better. Oh my gosh. Now, I really want to forge into Deadpool, but I would need Killmonger. Yeah, we're not doing that, unfortunately. We're gonna get our free card before something crazy happens. A blob. I don't think that's gonna help us all too much. This is gonna be rather insane, I think. Or should I be playing the null out here? We can play null next turn too. Hold on a second. We're doing Forge, Deadpool, Killmonger. We'll do null next turn. Please don't let the X-23 go to Clintar. I'm begging. I'm begging. Well, it did the one thing I didn't want. I guess we can't be that lucky. So we have to play Blob here. Yeah, we got to play the Blob. And I guess we'll do this. The leech is really shutting me down here. The Blob is only going to be 10 power, but that's okay. Is there a better play line? I don't think losing the null is terrible. And yeah, unfortunately, this is just what we're going to have to do. It's unfortunate, but that's what we're going to have to do. Oh no, the leech is gone. I didn't realize the leech was gone. Well, I messed up. That's okay though. I think he retreats here. Okay, again, Deadpool into Hulkbuster. This is really good if we get a Venom. Do I snap? It's not the best start. It's not the best start, but it's pretty good. So let's just go ahead and snap. Yeah. All right, we got him on the ropes now. Nidavellir is a really great location for Destroy because your Venom gets all the buffs whenever he eats. I'm not snapping here. It's not as strong. No Deadpool and anything like that. Do have to be leery of the leech. The leech is gonna suck. It's gonna hurt us. We don't get to play that massive, you know, Deadpool and stuff. He doesn't know that I'm not running death. So if he sees me blow all this up, he might be afraid I'm gonna play a free death. Oh. I don't know if I would have done that. I guess we're just doing this. This is why I didn't snap. Not the best start here. We got a lead. We don't want to blow it. I've still only seen 3 of his cards. Like, other than times, you know, the stones. Dang. Other than the stones, I've seen Leech, Wade, and Kyera. Okay. This would have been a lot better play if I could have. Oof. If he snaps next turn, it's because we're getting leeched. I think this is the play line. He can move a card. We may not be able to beat him if he plays like a massive blob. Oh, I actually do think we got him. Yeah, he's dead now, but I can't snap. I mean, I guess we're doing this. Yeah. Dang, it was going so poorly and then it wasn't. Gonna have to do some early Killmongers if he's got the Kyera, because that would have been great. Having death would have been great, you know, but we're not running it in this list. Not a great hand unless we draw Deadpool or X-23 right here. Man, I'd be getting rid of New York. I don't want New York. Necrotia hurting our null because everything we blow up in there is not great. Not great for us. It's actually taking power away. Ugh. Yeah, so not looking too hot here. I believe we are doing this and then Venom into Arnim Zola. Okay. What do we got here? Double this card's power. Double Dino. So surely he's running Shang-Chi, right? I don't think we win here, but he hasn't snapped. I haven't seen 6 of his cards. All he needs to play is 2 power here. He's got this. Oh no. Oh golly. Yeah, he barely got me though. He got me by 2 on the right. Yeah. Okay, well now he knows I have Arnim Zola. I think it was worth it though. I think this is going to be the first round going into 2 high stakes round. I may snap him right here. See what we draw. Not great. Should have just left with 1 last turn, but you know. Yeah, none of this is great. Glad I didn't snap. What the heck? Yeah, I knew he would change that. He doesn't want to see my null right here. The good thing is, because he changed here already, I can null it, but he knows I can Arnim Zola this, but it is what it is. All right, so I can't blow his stuff up. This is very weak. Oh, I can't Arnim Zola anyways. My best play here, this, and this. All right, whatever. What is this? A Doom? I mean, oh, maybe he's playing Magneto. What does he pull? Not the Venom. Well, it works out anyway. Whew. All right, now we're looking good. We just got to get 1 more win. If it would have hit Killmonger or Buster, we would have still been at 7 here, so we would have won this. Close one. I guess we both didn't draw real well there. All right, there's a world where we are able to get out an early null, but the second one's probably getting leached. Oh, okay. Play the Forge out into the X23 lane in case we get, you know, Venom, Carnage. Worst case would be Hulkbuster, and then it's a 50-50. Never mind. Cards are going. Oh, Bar Sinister, one of the best locations when you have a Venom. We're gonna do this for now. Oh, well, I wouldn't have got it anyways. This is kind of good for us. If I could get a destroy card, please. All right, took a chance there. Oh my God. This is what I was talking about. Like, if you don't draw your certain cards, it just goes so bad. Like, if I would have gotten, yeah, there's like nothing I can do here. The best case is if it hits the X23. Yikes. Well, please hit X23. Holy moly. I mean, could Killmonger show up today? Oh, that was the worst. That was the worst. Yeah, I blew up a Forge. Are we kidding? You know what? It's worth the risk. He plays here though, right? It's worth the risk. This ties though. Sucks, man. This is terrible. Oh, so there is the Blom. Stopping at that 15 power. This was the worst drawing hand I've had in a while. Killmonger, you showed up about, 5 turns. Way too late. You know, it's funny. We're not that far off. We're really not. Unfortunate, though. Okay, great. Can we get the Destroy on Nico ability? No. Okay. Yeah, I kind of figured that's what was coming. I guess we're doing this and then Killmongering. We might be happy to have Arnim Zola if I can get it. Oh my gosh. Well, we have to do this. Yeah, we're just giving him lots of energy. Lots of energy here. Really? I mean, just really? I guess we're doing this. What are we getting? Okay. Definitely this. I mean, I guess it's this, this. And this. Oh, so he's actually getting the altar of death from us. Interesting. Wow. Okay. So we have to play freaking Deadpool over here. Yikes. I mean, I guess we're hoping. I mean, I guess if I do this, what can we hit? We can hit a Forge, Arnim-Zola, Null. So I guess we're doing this. We're doing this. $24. And this, I don't know. Well, I'm surprised. Yeah, I was thinking it was going to be Blob. We need to hit, well, no. I thought we played two things in the tunnel. We didn't. Yeah. Cool. Oh, man. What some locations? Those were some locations. Quantum Tunnel, definitely not the best for us into a Thanos list. And we couldn't get anything going. It's unfortunate. Come on, Deadpool. Let's finish out this game strong. We gotta finish this game out strong. They still have a card I haven't seen yet. It could be a Shang-Chi, but maybe not. Okay. We need to blow up X-23 next turn, throw a null out, and hope we don't get leeched. Ugh. That was kind of the worst location. He either got my Arnim-Zola or he got my null. How unfortunate. How unfortunate. Now, he does have a Magneto, which means he gets to move my Venom. But he also may have my Null. Okay. I think I'm playing Magneto. This clogs him up. Who's got priority? Me? I think we may have just sealed it. If he doesn't play here, I'm moving. I'm clogging him up here. So all we get to do. Unfortunately, the Deadpool is not going to win the Bifrost for me. Now, I could do this and win, but we don't want to do that. This is the last thing I played. If he drops the blob here, we may lose the tiebreaker. But what if we do? I guess it's the same either way, right? Other than this is like one less. Ooh, but what is this? Yes, got him. Got him. Whoo! Clinching it out there. Waited to show me Shang-Chi to the final round. Nice, nice.